It's me, Raj Baddhan, here for Leica Radio 1458 and, of course, BizAsiaLive.com in association with ZTV UK. Now, one of ZTV's most popular shows, especially in the UK, we are loving is Rab Se Hai Dua. And you know what? With that dua, I'm actually on the sets of the show, and not on the main set because there's some drama, hospital drama taking place, which we're going to get more details on. But let me just introduce you to you, a special guest who is joining me here, Karanvir Sharma, who is, of course, Heather from the show Rab Se Hai Dua, joins me here. How's it going, Karanvir?
Very well, man. Thank you for having me again, Raj. I'm speaking to him after long, so it feels very good.
It has been a long time, but can I just say, it is so good to see you in person because the show is doing well. We're on a different part of the set because there's some kind of drama going on here. But the show generally has been perceived very well, and it's been nearly a year now, isn't it, since it's been on it?
You're going to complete a year, so we are very, very blessed. And it's a good feeling, yeah. It's a good feeling. And so thank you, everybody, everyone back there watching our show and supporting us.
I mean, when you're shooting a show, you're doing your best, as in bringing the best out of the characters that you're playing. But the way the response is, that's something that you only get to know after a few weeks of it being on air and a few months of it being on air. You know, when you get the kind of feeling that the show is doing well, when you get the response, how does it make you as an actor feel within?
Actually, with every success and failure, you have your own kind of feeling. I've understood one thing, that as an actor you just got to be 100% all the time, even on bad days, and leave the rest, because when the show started out, we were not doing that well, to be honest. It was at the brink of shutting down, but we had the same kind of conviction what we have now. We are a little more confident with our content, and I think the makers take major amount of credit for it, because television being the medium of the writers and the creators and then the artists. So I give credit to the makers first, then a little bit to ourselves. But I think jar ke aage jeet hai.
Absolutely, I agree. What would you say about the kind of turning point was in the show, which has now drawn back viewers? Because obviously we know there's been the drama between Haider and Dua, and then obviously Ghazal came, and now there's Ghazal's True Colours that are going to come out as well. So there's all sorts going on.
I think the turning point was the crux of the show, which was also a promo, was asking Dua that he wants to get married to another woman. So that, and it is kind of I don't know how to say it, but a man asking permission, seeking permission in this kind of a cultural drama to his wife was very eye-opening for me. For me it was just I wanted to see the audience reaction, how they'll accept it, whether they will or not, and fortunately they have.
They have. Yeah. But viewers are also missing the romantic angle and getting you guys together. Yeah. How much are you missing working with Aditi?
I mean, we literally work round the clock, so we get to work together or on the similar set and everything. So we are always around each other in that sense with all the artists, because we are confined to a certain space. But I think when you talk about doing, the typical hero-heroine scenes, those are not that many over here. And I think one of my creators just told me this, Avirup, he always tells me, always give the audience what they do not want. That's what he believes. He said, if they want this, you play with their emotions a little bit more, and then give them what they want, and they'll appreciate it much more. So I think these guys are smart guys.
Yeah, I think that's what it is especially with the Indian producers. They know what the viewers really want, so they take their goddamn time over it to bring that part together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it adds more kind of tension, right? And it adds more that
tension, and it's also when you watch something on a daily basis, like I don't know if you've ever watched, like when I watch a series, like I want to know what's happening next, so I finish the whole thing. But in a long drawn format like this, and you obviously get attached, and you want, it becomes a habit for you. So we don't want to kill the habit that soon. So we want to extend the drama as much as we can.
I agree. Going to be away from Rab Se Hai Dua, I can see obviously the attire is for the character, but how much are you in terms of alike to the character?
I love suits. I have my own collection of suits. I am most comfortable in them. Otherwise, it's completely the stark opposite. If you see me at home, I'm just with I'm just chilling in my shorts and my ganji, and so I like both the aspects of it. At home, personally, I don't like dressing up at all because I'm always dressed up for the occasion. So I'm a total shabby person, at home. So.
And we know that obviously you've had so much success in the UK with your shows, despite whatever happens in India. Obviously, India is the dictator, so if the show's not doing well in India, unfortunately, the UK viewers have to suffer. And we know from your previous shows, like Shaurya, which we mentioned earlier as well, was a huge success. And we know that the show has now kind of, some of the kind of feel of that show has now gone to another show. But it just shows the kind of power that the show had, the power that you had during the show.
I won't take credit of the power. I would give it to because it was Shaurya Anoki, so I would give that power to Anoki as well. I think the writers, it is one of the most beautifully written shows I have ever come across. And now, of course, Rab Se Hai Dua is very close to my heart as well. So I think, when you talk about power, you have to understand one thing, that you're powerless without your team. So it's absolutely a team effort. So I think I'm blessed, and people still mimic, copy, or people appreciate the work. So I think appreciation is the right word for it. So I think it's there for years to come.
Being inspired by something that's a success, which is great. Away from that, London viewers, I mean, we're talking more about London. We know that you've spent time, you got family in London. How often do you come to London?
Every year, almost every year. Last year I couldn't make it because obviously Rab Se Hai Dua, I was finishing off my I did a series called Hunter on Amazon, and somewhere else I was busy just completing something else, so I didn't get the opportunity, but I see to it I come every year.
What's your favourite hotspot in London?
Can I say Canary Wharf?
Yeah, you can. Of course you can, yeah. And seeing as Canary Wharf, you know that you're going to be coming to my studios next time.
Yeah, so that and what is it? Richmond.
Oh yeah,
Richmond is a nice. I like the sundowners there. All of that, and Greenwich. I like going to Greenwich at the beach side and everything. All of that.
Fantastic. No, it's great. Honestly, we will welcome you with open arms. I know you probably can't take much time off from work at the moment because Rab Se Hai Dua is at a pinnacle stage, and it continues to raise, it continues to prosper in terms of its fortunes, and we'd like to see you back in the UK.
I would love to be there. Next time I'm around, I'm going to get in touch with you and everybody over there as well. We're going to do a meet and greet. Until then, keep on watching Rab Se Hai Dua.
Karanvir, thank you so much. Wish you all the best with the show. Thank you.